together, keep up with the party in front of you, and fill in all the available space. Thank you for touring the Kilimanjaro. When it comes to safaris, we go wild.
Let's go. Jump, everybody. Welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris. My name is Haley. I'm a beer safari guide today. Now, before we go on the reserve, just a few friendly reminders. Please your hands, arms. We're going to head on into Little Ituri Forest. Now, in the forest, you're going to find your most camouflaged friends. They're usually really, really light in color or really dark, and that's going to help them blend into the forest a lot easier. So keep an eye wide open and see if you spot those fan favorites. On the right hand side, you're going to see the okapi. The okapi has zebra-like leggings, although it's actually not related to a zebra at all. It's related to a giraffe, and we know that from looking at their skulls. My favorite fact about okapis is that their tongues are so long they can actually lick their own eyeballs. They are one of the only known relatives of the giraffe, sort of like the cousin of the giraffe, if you will. Let's keep going to see if you spot any other animals in the savannah. On the right hand side, you're going to see that saddle-billed stork. The big bird is actually about 5 feet tall. Their wings are about 9 feet wide. Definitely look for that yellow saddle on its beak. Now a little bit further up, you're going to see that black rhinoceros. On the left hand side, that black rhino does weigh up to about 3,000 pounds. It's going to have a pointed shaped mouth, helps them grab any small leaves or any small plants a lot easier. So they do not miss that black rhinoceros on that left hand side. Now to your right, you're going to see a couple animals. The light gray one is known as the greater kudu antelope. It's more in the bushes right here. And then also the reddish brownish one is known as the bongo. Bongos are known as the ghosts of the forest. And there's also another bongo hanging out down here, also the saddle-billed stork. If you look at the bongo's horns, they're more slicked back and twisted. And that's going to help them go through any small bushes or any small plants a lot easier. Now, a lot of those animals do have stripes on their back. By having stripes on their back, the sun is able to reflect off of that. So they are able to see and camouflage a lot easier. Now coming up on the right hand side, you're going to see that pink back pelican. Now it's not going to be a super hot pink, it's going to be a really light white pink. They do actually get this color from mating season, and they are typically in groups about 20 to about 500, and the group of pelicans is called a pod. On the left hand side, you're going to see those Nile hippopotamus. A lot of people think hippos can't swim, but they definitely can. They just prefer to walk. They can actually hold their breath for 5 to 8 minutes underwater at a time. And usually when these hippos all first meet, they actually open their mouth really, really wide and big. And believe it or not, whoever has the biggest and the widest mouth is usually that leader of the hippo group. Now coming up on the left-hand side, if you spot any more Nile hippopotamus. Before that, you ever sure noticed the Nile crocodiles hanging out in the water? Now, crocodiles can actually weigh up to about 500 pounds. They eat half their body weight in one sitting, and they do only eat once a week. They are typically around 16 to 18 feet long. A lot of people do think those are alligators, but they're not. They're crocodiles, and the easiest way to tell the difference between alligators and crocodiles is you look at their snouts. Now they do say crocodiles sort of always look like they are smiling, so definitely keep an eye open here and see if you spot any of them smiling. Now coming up on the right hand side, you're going to see that baobab tree. Baobab trees are also known as the tree of life. They hold tens and thousands of gallons of water for these animals and also acts as an emergency resource. With those baobab trees, they can also act as a sign of direction. So if they're ever lost, they do look for that nearest baobab tree. Any holes in the tree, those are actually tusk marks from animals trying to access that water as well. We're going to head on into Savannah, see if you spot your favorite Savannah animals, like those Maasai giraffe or even Hartman's mountain zebras. On the right hand side though, you're going to see a Maasai giraffe. We know it's a Maasai giraffe. I'm looking at their messy leg spots. But please know Maasai does not mean messy. With these giraffes, you must always see them eat. They eat about 16 to 20 hours a day. They also only sleep 30 minutes a day, taking their naps in about 5-minute increments. Now a group of giraffe is called a tower, kind of like a watchtower, making sure everybody is okay. Of course, giraffes are one of the tallest animals in the savannah, being about 18 feet tall. A baby giraffe can actually be about 6 feet tall, and it actually only takes a mother giraffe about an hour to give birth. If you look on your left-hand side, you're going to see some African painted dogs. They're usually sleeping in the den right about now. Don't call them hyenas, they'll be super upset at you. They're actually most related to the domestic dogs you have at home. A female African painted dog can have a litter up to about 21 puppies, which is the most of any dog. They do have a 90% successful rate of hunting. But further up, I do spot a couple animals. Let's talk about those Hartman's mountain zebras. All zebras have their own unique stripes, just like all humans have their own unique fingerprints. A group of zebras is called a dazzle, sort of like razzle-dazzle. And a baby zebra can actually imprint or recognize their mother just within over 15 minutes of being born. That brown animal on the far back is that sable antelope. Now a giraffe's tongue is so long, specifically about 16 to 18 inches long, which is actually the tip of your finger all the way down to your elbow. Alrighty, now coming up on the right hand side, you're going to see the springbok. The springbok have light brown backs and white bellies. They can actually jump about 9 feet tall and 6 feet wide if they really wanted to, doing that motion called prancing. I would say they kind of look like a s'more. They're super small but super mighty as well too, so they do not miss the springbok on that right hand side. Looks like we ran into a nice little giraffe jam. Let's hope he keeps on moving though. Alrighty, with a bunch of overturned trees, we're now approaching elephant country, so keep an eye wide open, see if you spot any African elephants. Luckily for us, I do already spot one. Now we actually know it's an African elephant from the shape of its ears. It's going to be shaped like the continent of Africa. The other most type of common elephant you'll see is Asian elephants. Now those are small, round, chubby ears. But just look at the ear shape and you could definitely tell what type of elephant it is. Now, if you ever see it flopping its ears, it's probably just a little overheated. Once it flops its ears, it can actually lower its body temperature a whole 15 degrees. Now we did only see one elephant back there. One elephant actually means it's an adult male elephant. The way we know that is because adult males sadly are kicked out of the groups once they reach a certain age. But don't worry though, those adult males do form little groups called bachelors. So you'll see how the boys hang out together forever. If you see multiple elephants, they're going to be your females. Females do stay together forever, all the way down to the oldest elephant, down to the baby youngest. They do work together just like a village, so obviously the mom has like unlimited babysitters to help take care of that little one as well too. You can also sometimes tell by looking at their weight. Boy elephants on average weigh about 12,000 pounds. Now left and right hand side, you're going to see some red clay. Red clay is an elephant's favorite snack. It has a bunch of proteins, nutrients, and supplements, so definitely keep an eye wide open, see if you spot any of those red clay markings. Looks like on our left I do spot a couple more elephants, so let's keep going. Some of it's our girl elephants, some of it's our bachelor groups. Let's keep going and see if we can spot. A lot of times you'll see these elephants hang out by the baobab trees. Baobab trees are also known as the upside down tree, as if you flip it upside down, it does in fact look like the roots are growing up. This is definitely going to be our female group hanging out right over here. There's actually more muscles in their trunk than their whole entire body. Every time they drink water, they slurp it up, hold it, and then put it in their mouth. Even when they grab food, they grab it just like a picker as well. On the left-hand side, you're going to see that flamboyance of flamingos. A flamboyance of flamingos is a group of flamingos. Now these are specifically the greater flamingos. They're going to be the lightest in color, but the tallest of all flamingos. With these flamingos, if you spot any ones that are more gray-like or white, they just probably haven't enough strip brine. It does take about a year or two for them to fully turn pink. Like I said, they do it by having a whole bunch of strip brine. On the left, you're going to see a whole bunch of mud. These white rhinoceros love the mud. Helps cool them off, protect their skin. Also super fun to play in. So keep an eye on any trees or any bushes or just along the ride. See if you can possibly spot any of our white rhinoceros. But the next animal we're going to spot is going to be on your left-hand side in the grass. I already spot one. It is a cheetah. It's going to be between the trees and the grass, right before the leaves and the dirt back there. You'll see his head poking out a little bit. The cheetahs are one of the fastest land animals, running up to about 60 miles an hour. They actually have a black stripe under their eyes, just like baseball players. Having that black stripe under their eyes, the sun is able to reflect off of them. So they are able to see and camouflage a lot easier.
Walking next to the tree.
I do spot another one back there, sort of walking around. Oh, two. Alrighty, now straight ahead is Kopi Rock. Kopi Rock is home to our lions. Now lions sleep about 16 to 20 hours a day. They sleep all day, every day to conserve all the energy they need for hunting. On the left, you're going to see those female lions. Female lions are known for being the hunters of the family, while the boys typically stay at home, protect the family, or protect the pride. There's a female all the way down here on the bottom. A boy looks like he's sleeping right behind the female back there. Those male lions typically have that big old mane. It does get darker and bigger as it gets older. If you do ever hear a lion's roar, you can know they're roar up to about 5 miles away. And if any of you do ever call him Simba, Simba does translate to lion in Swahili. On the left-hand side, you're going to see those warthogs. Warthogs actually built their own homes called the warthog burrows. They sleep with their toes facing out, which help protect themselves at night. If any of you see her and call her Pumbaa, that's actually kind of mean. Pumbaa does mean foolish in Swahili, so she may be a little upset that you call her Pumbaa. On the right-hand side, did you spot those white rhinoceros? These white rhinos do weigh up to about 5,000 pounds. Now, believe it or not, they can only see about 10 feet in front of them, but they do have impeccable hearing. They could definitely hear us right about now. They are currently in a group right now, which we like to call a crash. But they're very social animals, and you'll see them hang out in this crash setting most of the time. Now, I didn't see our ostrich friend, but on the right-hand side, you're going to see some ostrich eggs. An ostrich actually lays 1 egg every single day. Each egg can actually weigh up to about 3 pounds each. And if it was fertile, it hatched in about 45 days. But you can actually stand on this egg and it will not break. That's how strong they are. Already on the left-hand side, you're going to see those Nigerian dwarf goats. With these goats, whoever is the most playful, silliest, goofiest goat of them all is actually the leader of the group. A lot of farmers will want these goats for the dairy products that they create. Goat milk is actually the most nutritious milk out of all the animals, and goat cheese, if you ever have that, one of my favorites. Now with these Nigerian dwarf goats, if you ever want to touch them, just go to Rafiki's Planet Watch. The way you get there is by taking the Wild Africa train ride. You can actually touch these goats and give them all your love and affection. The first train is open at 9:30 for the day. Now, sadly, friends, our journey is coming to an end, but no worries, you'll go to Gorilla Falls after this. It's a 15 to 20 minute stroll. You'll see some okapi, you'll see some hippopotamus, even spot those gorillas, so don't miss them. You can take strollers, wheelchairs, and EBC, so there. If If I do have any wilderness explorers though, you're upon the Simba-like line, and one like you are the number one. But highly recommend doing that trail. Actually, where you're getting dropped off is right where you were picked up. So technically you're already in Gorilla Falls. Go down at the bottom of the ramp, you'll make a left, you'll go into Gorilla Falls, down at the bottom of the right, and you'll leave Gorilla Falls, head back into the village. If you did drop off any prior wheelchairs, ECBs, or strollers or anything that like you may have not brought up to the dock, it'll be right at the bottom of the dock to your right. Like I said, we're actually going to pass all these docks and get on out of here back to the village. Make sure you wave jumbo to anybody as we drive on by. Get on out of here. And make sure everybody waves jumbo to my friend Kimberly right over here. Jumbo. Jumbo. If you do want to donate to the Disney Conservation Fund, you haven't got your morning coffee, my favorite way, believe it or not, is going to Starbucks here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. If you ever order a white mocha flat top latte, again, that's a white mocha flat top latte, all proceeds go to that Disney Conservation Fund, so you're actually helping the animals in need and grabbing that coffee, one of my favorite ways to help out the animals and grab that coffee as well. If I do any friends 21 and over, there's a couple alcoholic drinks you can get as well too. The closest bars are going to be Dawa Bar here in Africa or by Everest. If you get African Painted Dog, red wine, or Snow Leopard vodka, those are going to be your drinks that go back to the animals. So if you need an excuse to get a nice $20 drink, say it's for the animals. If you don't have coffee or alcohol, stop at any merchandise shop on your way out. Got a really cool button. It's like a first visit button. You donate as little as $1, you get that button. I believe right now it's the elephant, but they usually rotate the animals throughout the year. If you guys do want to learn more about these animals from the comfort of your bed, you can always go on to Disney Plus. If you didn't know, we actually have our own show called The Magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom on Disney Plus. Learn all about the animals here at Kilimanjaro Safaris, Animal Kingdom Lodge, and Epcot of the Seas. It's a great way to learn all about those animals and comfort of your bed. I hope you had fun on our little 2-week adventure together. It almost felt like 20 minutes. Again, my name is Haley, all the way from Los Angeles, and it was my pleasure being your safari guide. If you guys have any questions about the safari or anything in general, always feel free after to stop by and say hello. Now here in Harambe, we don't like to say goodbye because saying goodbye is far too sad and far too final. We like to say around here, Kwaherini, which does mean to go well. So Kwaherini friends, go well, go wild, have a great day here at Disney's Animal Kingdom or wherever your journey may take you. On the right hand side, with your hands, arms, feet, and legs, doors are sliding open. Watch your step as you disembark. If you're in the first 2 half rows, wait till my friend puts down that magic carpet and y'all are good to go. Have a great amazing day, friends, and Kwaherini. Bye, guys.